I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, Summer Housers! Welcome back to another episode of Summer House Recap on AfterBuzz TV. This is Season 4, Episode 6, Caged Heat. I'm your host, Akilah Ffriend, and I just want some of that Gold Star chili money, baby. And I'm joined by my co-host, Amir Yassai, and he was hiding in Montauk for some time, but now he's back and brilliant and ever in the AfterBuzz studios with us. We also have our host, Trina Dong, and you know what? This is the only Bravo show she watches, so you're welcome. Today we're going to be talking about everything that happened in this episode, like, you know, Blackout Carl. We'll talk about Girls' Night. We'll talk about Boys' Night. We'll talk about the fashion that we had, that obviously Paige led, and the rest of them, you know, they had their moments as well. Yep. And then we have some big juicy news that Amir is going to share with us from Hannah and Luke and Hannah and everything in between. It's going to be so good, so good. But first off, let's share some overall thoughts. What did y'all think?
Trina, it's all that sigh, honey. Take it away.
Okay, first of all, I'm glad we had a little more energy this episode. A lot more things were going on. I feel like the last episode, they took kind of a break because the party took a lot out of them. So the last episode, we just had a lot of talking and a lot of making everybody mad.
But you held it down. Let's just shout out Trina real quick. You held it down for us. So.
And big ups to Josh as well,
yes.
who was there with me. But we had a lot more activity this episode, so I'm so excited to talk about that with y'all.
Truth.
So much happened. And that girls' night was so fun. That's literally my fantasy in high school, was to be part of the girls' group and do the sleepover with the pigtails and the truth or dare. And I really loved how my girl Lindsay supported Jules and stood up for her. I love that.
Yeah, you would not have seen that in seasons past. It seems like she's evolving, and perhaps she just has her own stuff to deal with. She's like, listen, we're not gonna bring any more drama. This. No more drama in my life. I don't need it. I love to see that Kyle and Amanda are together again. You know, they like each other again. Seems like when they're good, I feel like everyone else is good.
Exactly.
You know, in some capacity.
Well, just everybody feels a little less awkward because it's scary to hate each other in an engagement.
Right.
Everyone feels weird.
Yes.
But we're back.
Yes, we're definitely back. But you know who's not back? Or who is back? The guy that we didn't want to see. Blackout Carl. So, yeah.
We need to take a moment. I think we need to pour out some lover boy for Blackout Carl.
A little fireball, a little lover boy. Mix it all together.
That's what he did. I think that he wasn't following liquor before beer, never cigarette. He didn't follow any of that.
None of the rules.
So I think my boy did not learn any lessons. I thought he came in, reformed. You know, the things that he did to Lauren, the things that he did to Danielle. And listen, Bravo producers are the best investigators. They are combing that footage for the moment to expose you. The moment to expose you. So I think that he came out in full force, and I was kind of disappointed. I thought he'd really developed. So
I knew it was gonna happen.
Did you?
I didn't know this in this capacity, but I just know Carl from the moment he said to Lindsay, "We're just friends." I was like, "Oh, yeah, all right, Carl." You know, you just take 2 steps forward, 5 million steps back, and he's okay with that. I feel like he's just, and I don't know if it's literally caged heat. It's the summer, and he's just thinking like, I can't commit. I can't grow up. Like this is too much. The sun is out. The guns are out, and I want to be with my boys. And you know, he just doesn't. He doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know how to even deliver it, because you could be a little rude. All of them are a little shady sometimes. They have their moments, but Carl literally takes it to another level. Yeah. And I'm trying to think what really triggered it.
I think he's slowly been spiraling.
It's just been happening.
Because he's so conflicted. And what in the world is he even doing? He's got so much going on with Lindsay, and now he's drug Luke into his grossness and just...
And the job and working with Kyle. Yeah. There's a lot going on. And I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, Trina, do you think it's because he's trying so hard to be a good guy? And it's like, just be who you are. Be who you are. Which is a fuckboy. Yeah. Just be a fuckboy.
Well, live the lifestyle.
Yeah. I think that's the only part of him that he knows. So he ends up reverting back. I don't think he knows the adult version of himself. Right. I don't think he knows anything. This boy, we watched him the whole episode revert back to 16-year-old, insecure, talking to people about, and we'll get into it more with Guys Night, but just saying crazy stuff that we don't talk about anymore when we're grown.
But it's like, even if you don't know that this is not you don't know how to be that elevated person, you got to know that this other person is not working. So like, just try lukewarm blackout, drunk Carl. Let's try that.
How long do you let someone? I don't even know.
Lukewarm blackout.
I don't think that's good either.
I think drunk Carl.
Baby steps.
But how long do you let someone get away with, I'm sorry, I was drunk?
Right.
How long do you let that go? How many years?
They're in their 30s, right?
They're
Isn't he
in
30?
their mid-30s.
Yeah, no, it's not a cute look anymore.
Yeah.
And what he said to Lindsay too, correct me, what did he say to Lindsay?
Let's recap that.
Yeah.
So pretty much they were all at dinner together. They had their potluck.
Yes,
They had their potluck, and so that's why everyone brought their favorite dish or made their favorite dish.
She made the Jules made the chili. Yeah.
Someone made the macaroni. Was that Amanda made the macaroni? There's burgers on the grill. Whatever.
Yeah.
Carl says to Lindsay, or Lindsay really says to Carl, drink some water, because she saw Carl was
drink some water.
getting to that point. And when you got to tell someone in a table full of people, drink some water.
Well, that started
it's not happening.
with the fireball chugging.
Yes.
Never good.
Wow. The minute you see that fireball, guys, like the minute you see that happening, it's going down.
Hide the fireball. The producers need to just pour it all out.
No, that's why they're doing it. They're buying new bottles.
They're like, listen,
every day.
Yes.
It's smart on their side.
It is.
But someone actually told him not even to drink water, to drink a bottle of water. Yeah. They literally said, drink a bottle of water. Like, you've gone too far. My friends will say, like, Amir, get a glass of water.
Right.
Like, that's something. But drink a bottle of water, that's like, you've gone way off.
And then he proceeds to pour rosé. And so then after that, I don't know what Lindsay said to Carl. She said something along the lines of,
the first thing that she said was the water.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that what set him off? Because then he says, and I want you to say that line that he mentioned.
He said something really amazing. It was like something like, I want to get the wording right.
It was like, tell someone who gives a...
Tell it to someone who gives a shit. I think it was better than that.
But it was something in that universe.
And then she said, don't activate me. Which
you've never seen me activated.
We've seen it, child. But if that wasn't you activated,
then we don't want to know.
We don't want to know. Heed her warning.
He kept pushing and pushing and pushing in that mean. And everybody else was just kind of looking like, whoa, when you're drunk and being mean.
And being mean. And when you're a mean drunk, like some drunks are just, they're funny. They're to themselves. They're probably a little flirtatious. Sure. He is the mean drunk, and that's the drunk that nobody likes. Nobody likes it. And that was like kind of the first part within this episode where he was kind of coming at Luke as well.
Yeah. He just took his shirt off and came at him. And Luke is a nice guy. Any other guy might have knocked him out.
Really would have knocked him out.
The way he came at him, he was like, I lift. Do you lift? I was like, what? And you're like, your bodies don't
like, what
match.
about Armand? It's like, are you besties with him? I don't understand. I think
he's a little jealous.
Yeah, I know.
Level of insecurity is
totally,
like...
Yeah.
Which is sad because he doesn't have to be.
Listen, if you want to explain yourself, feel free to come through. Obviously, with all this, if you came through, we'll probably say this to your face.
You can fit right there.
But you can fit and you can defend yourself and you can let us know what's happening. No fireballs included. Definitely let us know what's up. And I don't know. Blackout Carl. What else?
He's doing a lot. And I'll get to the news. They were on Watch What Happens Live, him and Luke, and he defended a little bit his behavior. And there's a little bit of light shades towards Luke, and we'll get to that. So,
okay.
I'm teasing y'all.
Interesting. Well, in the meantime, I guess if you guys have anything to say about Carl, if you know what Amir is talking about when it comes to this Watch What Happens Live, and you want to give me the tea, because I literally don't think I can wait until next week to hear this, feel free to come into our comments, like, subscribe, watch this on YouTube, and just be a part of the conversation, because, we obviously love to have you. We're 6 episodes deep, but we have a lot more to go and a lot more to cover this summer, so be a part of it. Yes. I was waiting for it, Josh. I was like, you got it. You got it. Ding, ding, ding. You know what else happened another big thing that happened this, episode was girls' night. Yes. And there's so much that happened across this episode, but let's tackle the girls first. And so within that girls' night, they got in their cute jammies, they ordered Italian, and they proceeded to talk shit. So let's recap. What do y'all think about girls' night?
A lot of shit went down.
Yes.
So Truth and Dare, unless you're really good friends, it is always gonna create issues. Always. Even then it creates issues, but I always that game is always like, oh, let's do it. And then by the third person, everyone's like,
I don't applaud this anymore.
Everyone's sober. I don't think it's fun. I do not think it's fun.
It's funny because you start off the show saying you've always wanted to be at girls' night. Guess
That's
what?
what
That's what happens every time.
I just wanted to go teepee.
No, you're like fun. No, that's not I think that's probably everybody's together. lower, maybe not. Girls' nights generally start like real high, and then somebody does something.
Somebody came for somebody, and I never thought it would be Amanda. Amanda came in deep, and Amanda like really soured the mood because they prank called Jordan, and the boys were all around. They're like, you're gonna finish yourself off, and is she naked? And Luke was all by the phone, and they were cracking up, and it was so good, and it was just like. It was, again, poking fun at Jordan, and they love doing that. He's such an easy target. And the fact is, like, then she soured it by kind of confronting Jules about the whole, like, you trust Jordan, and you're a liar. And then she proceeded to say, it's, Kyle cheated on you, and then you still took him back. But Jordan and her are not in a relationship. They were in a committed relationship. It's not the same.
Yeah, but earlier during the potluck, who asked? Somebody asked, like, oh, would you take her home to mom? Obviously, a dig at Danielle, what happened in the seasons past. And he was like, yeah, of course. Like, of course I would take her home, But
there was the flashback. That he had said she is not for sex and not for mom.
Right, to Danielle. To someone else. So that's why they asked the question as a way to like, okay, are you really serious about this?
Sure. He's the worst. Like, he read a book, How to Be a Problematic Male, and just was like, let me emulate all of it. Like, what?
So in Amanda's defense, I'm not sure that she meant to be evil when she was starting, when she started.
Okay.
And then suddenly she said that I don't trust.
Right.
And then it was like, whoa.
That's when it became, it's true.
Because trusting people does take a long time.
Sure. Yeah.
But not trusting people also takes a while.
Right.
And I think she could have not said it like that.
Yeah.
People I don't know well enough. People you know what I mean? And
her
then
wording was
her
wrong.
wording hit hard. I think that she kind of always words things wrong, to be honest.
Oh.
But you know what I'm
Is she like the
saying?
social manager for Lover Boy?
No, she doesn't want to do it.
She got fired.
Thank you. She doesn't want to do it. So I think that she, overall this season, has had a problem articulating what she's trying to say.
You're right.
And so in this instance, I'm not so sure she meant to start anything, but
she just kind of went
I
with
think
it.
it's because she can't commit, like, to what she has to say. Because she committed to a nose ring, which is very 2000.
Listen.
And she, she committed to that, and she really had it all the season. She never changed the hardware.
Right.
I'm waiting for that girl to wear a rose gold nose ring. Something. Update your hardware.
Different.
It's been 4 seasons. Like, you have a cute diamond stud, honey. She's just wearing the same Claire's one. So I think that I'm like, listen, I want her to commit.
Yeah.
I love Amanda so much. I genuinely do. And I watch her because I love her story. But I think she needs to commit not only to her career, but to what she's saying, what are her opinions, and also to Kyle, because we see the blow up in the preview.
Yeah.
Their relationship is so happy. It's like so high, and then it's so low.
It just gets.
It's like,
I think she needs to be less serious.
Less serious, because honestly, if anyone asked me that question, who would I not bring? Obviously, I'm looking at the new person on the block and saying, oh, you just got here. You just got here.
I don't know
it is
well
what
enough.
it is. And then you can leave it at that.
Yeah.
And Jules, I don't think, if you understand the situation, you wouldn't have gotten offended.
Right.
But she took it, like you said, to another level with saying, and then bringing in Jordan in the situation. If you just want the tea about Jordan, ask the tea about Jordan. But don't make it about me.
And I think that we know that Jules doesn't know Jordan that well either. So I'm not sure she needs to be attacked for something new that she's like, sorry that everybo's been ignoring her all summer.
Right. She just wants a little kiss, wants a part of the conversation.
Because that's all she's going to get anyway.
But I love, listen,
Samaj!
Trina.
That is Samaj!
That was perfect.
Wow.
That was perfect.
Wow.
But I loved how she's got a little clap back in her.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I
She
thought
does.
from the
That's
first
what I
episode,
said.
because from the first episode, I was like, oh, girl, she's going to get run over. She's going to get dragged, put out to dry. But she came back, and she came back on a level that
Proud of her.
definitely, would sting anyone who's been cheated on to be like, well, my fiance didn't cheat on me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
And then back to what you said, Lindsay stood up for her.
yeah.
I liked it.
Which was very unexpected for anybody to stick up for her because of how they've been behaving the whole season.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly.
that I thought was like, Lindsay's been crying in a closet all day long.
Dang. You know what? You know what else was in the closet? The fact that she had a relationship with her dad. I was like, wait, what? You have a whole father?
Yeah.
Like this whole time, it was the aunt that was like the, your parents. That was the story. And now I'm like, wow, so you have a loving dad. Like,
She does.
Hello
Hello, left field.
left field.
Where did that come from? And I
Seriously.
think there was a lot of like little tidbits, and the thing that I love about the show is all the nuance, like shade and little stories that pop up. Like even
Yes.
Jules, I have, we have this chili empire.
I started Chili's in Cincinnati. I'm like, okay.
It's like, they're amazing. If I had another story about the immigrant American dream, I'm gonna be like full on tears. I love it.
Love it.
Because I thought this girl had no dimensions, and I could have judged her as a Middle Eastern person. I was like, great representation, because the show is very white.
Of course.
So it's nice when they have, and then I was like, oh, this girl, but then she has so many dimensions, and like her and Jordan were in bed, and then like this is the thing she puts up. She's like, get in bed, and Hannah's like, no. Like nobody wants to mess with her. Like I feel for her.
Well, the chili thing,
yes,
amazing. But the reason why we don't know these things is because they don't ask.
They don't ask.
No,
they don't ask her. And even
very
when she was sharing that tonight, Lindsay entered, and then everybody started like talking over her when she was trying to
literally trying to finish that story.
They have no idea. All Blackout Carl did was just to get in the way. He just gave her a high five for the good chili, but he probably thinks that it's just chili still.
That she just made herself. Like they don't realize this is a family secret. This is her product placement. Like she told the producers, I know she's a Middle Eastern entrepreneur. I'm only doing this if I can plug the chili.
Plug the chili.
You know her parents told her.
Listen, I have the photo. Plug and play.
Because the parents gave her the photo. They were like, you better plug it. And I just, that's what I love about this show. Like it's always going to be about that central cast.
Yeah,
so I think if you understand that, you're going to stay on the show. And Jules is finally getting it. She's getting it. Stop engaging with Paige, engage with Amanda.
Yeah.
You're going to have a story.
Yes.
Yeah, go different
angles.
angles.
Do what you gotta do.
Yes.
Do what you gotta
Absolutely.
do. And that's exactly it. That's exactly what happened. I mean, I want to ask you guys the questions too that they asked of the Truth or Dare. So, I'm curious. I wrote them down, girl.
Yes.
I
after they were like, your fiance cheated on you.
You're like, that's all I need. First one. Who in this, and obviously we're all cute. It's fine. But who in this room would be the worst person to date?
Me. Everyone knows it's me. Everyone knows from here to YouTube. Let us know.
It's Amir.
It's the person wearing the fantastic sweater. They're never fantastic.
Enjoy Sprite.
Yeah, but you guys got that for free. Like, I bought this. Like, I legit bought this at a store. And the guy was like, do you really want this? So everyone knows the answer. Y'all are perfect.
It's one of the two of us.
It's gotta
I think you're.
Would he work? Would it
I
work?
think it's
No, I think you're the best one to date. I think because me and Akilah, we're very similar.
We're literally similar.
We're very similar.
He's
Also
fantastic with it now.
She's magnifique, I'm fantastic. Yes.
The other question was,
yes.
have you ever thought about cheating on your partner?
Take it. I'm not touching this with a 10-foot
Well, I guess
pole.
you guys know what Amir's answer is. So I'll answer. No, because it's one of those things, then you just break up.
True.
That's it. Like, you have to just think calmly about things, and if you don't like someone enough to, then just break up.
Oh, morals.
Super logical.
I'm gonna move your contact up in my phone book.
Yeah.
She has morals. She does. In Hollywood.
She does.
This is good.
As for me, I understood what Amanda was saying in terms of like, I got it. Obviously, it's good that she didn't go for the whole revenge sex thing because Kyle cheated on her.
Yeah.
But I would understand if she had that moment to say, you know what, you tried it, I'm here, but I'm gonna make you feel like how you made me feel. So I don't think I would ever cheat on my partner. But I got some eyes.
But you got a little activated.
She
She got activated when she said it. Akilah, when we were watching, she was like,
I was like, yes.
But the thing about Amanda, like, and you have someone like Kyle. If you were dating someone like Kyle, you'd be activated a lot quicker, and you'd want to be like, should I ruin you? And then let's ruin each other for the rest of our lives, because that's how I feel
stage
about
left.
it.
Because that is true. It's true.
But remember when she was single for like 1.5 episodes? Literally, she got 20 numbers in one day.
But she was just proving it. Like, you see that?
I got it.
Yeah.
Don't play yourself.
Yes.
And then it went into the dares. We're not gonna do any dares, but those are two cute questions.
I was like, dare.
So you got your sleepover.
What if the dare was like, Amir, leave the studio? All right, bye, y'all. It's been good.
Oh my gosh. So that was girls' night, but we had
fun.
obviously boys' night as well.
Testosterone.
Yeah, I know. Boys' night was a little rough.
Unlike you never wanted to take
Literally, hey, bada bada, hey, bada bada. That's crazy.
So much bada. Jordan did too much.
Jordan was a lot.
Too much.
But he wasn't even compared to Carl. But like, let's discuss. Boys' night. Take it away.
Was I turned on? Yes. But that's neither here nor there.
The thing about it is.
The thing about it is that I was mildly turned on. But so let me get to the meat of the disc. Oh, that's bad. Oh, pun intended. Okay. My bad.
Josh.
So they were in cages and they were wearing helmets. loved it. I need to stay focused. I'm like salivating.
They were playing baseball, okay?
They were playing baseball.
You
I didn't even see that in my head what they were up to.
Yes. Oh, yes. You know I love a little music number. So, listen, for me to stay focused, I really need to, I'm using all my brain power. So, the center of this issue is, I'm going to stop saying me, the issue. The center of this issue is Sarah, the instructor at the Barry's boot camp. So, basically, we don't know the specifics of the timeline of this, but I assume that the reason Carl's upset is masculinity is damaged. So, he's thinking that Luke is trying to get this girl, and he's just saying, we're going rock climbing, chill. Like, Luke has such chill energy. And then before that, Carl had said in his interview, that's not even a real date. Take her to a picnic. Like, who cares? He was so unfazed. But anytime a guy says, I'm cool with it, I'm cool with it twice. If you say anything twice, you're not cool with it.
That's funny. Sure. Like for girls, it's like, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah, with guys, it's that. Or it's like, chill. You do whatever you want. You want to date her? You date her. You want to date her? You date her. That's not chill. That is not chill. And then I love that he got in his face. And then who stepped between them?
Kyle.
It was Jordan.
Oh, Jordan.
First it was
Kyle said, because he didn't know that, Luke asked Sarah out.
Yeah.
And so Kyle, as a friend, is like, all right, that's effed up.
He said you're a dipshit or something.
Yeah,
something.
Something masculine.
Silly, exactly. Something
whatever.
silly.
Once again, was I turned on? Yes. But Jordan stepped in between, and he's wearing these cute short shorts, and it's like, don't do it. And I was just like, this is all so comical, and I don't know how SNL hasn't made fun of this show yet.
True.
There is such an opportunity to do a Californian meets Summer House. So I think that like this fight is so petty, and clearly, as we know, we'll do the news. They were on Watch What Happens Live together. They were chill.
Yeah.
So the good thing about guys is that they hit this aggressive point, and they get past it. We know with the girls, this is going to come up again.
This will come up again.
In 3 episodes.
You know it will.
It's going to come up.
It will.
Exactly.
You know it will. And this was hot off the date that Luke had with Hannah. So I would think, I'm still trying to figure out, does Carl want Hannah? Because I don't know why initially he was after Luke like that. Or is it just the idea of like, you know what, I'm friends with someone, I'm territorial, and now you're coming in my space, and I know that you're a good-looking guy, and you've got your head on right. It seems like you're not that fazed by me. So
Absolutely.
I think Luke came in the house likable.
Yeah.
And he came in the house good-looking. And automatically that's hate for Carl because he's single.
Right.
And he doesn't want to look bad.
Yeah.
So he already has that insecurity.
Absolutely.
And then the Hannah thing, I don't know if he cares or not. Maybe he does.
Yeah.
But with the Sarah thing, it's like Luke did say, I'm going to take her rock climbing. But that was just to push his buttons a little more, because why has Carl been messing with him?
My thing is, though, Luke is foul for that, because I'm like, if
that was a little Neanderthal.
Luke was foul for that.
Yeah.
Foul for even asking her and like sticking through with it if she now knows that Sarah and
But did he
Carl
do
would
that
have something
before?
That's what I'm trying to think. The
He
timeline.
did it before, because it said, I don't know.
The timeline, I don't
they
know.
were in different places.
What does that mean?
So,
what are you guys
like,
talking
in
about?
the
asked
The
who
date?
first? Who asked
first? Because they were
Luke
dating.
asked first because
so Luke actually
Because
asked
they were
first.
playing.
I think so, because look, so Luke is over here, they're playing that toss of whatever white people game. So like they throw that, and then he was over here playing that, and then we see Carl walk in as they're flirting in the corner, going like, you wanna go rock climbing? So I don't know if Carl had already asked Sarah by the smoothie stand.
And that's why he probably
asked
came over.
second. I think Luke asked second.
Yeah.
Because I kind of,
But
I
you know
really
who was
think that
pushing
too.
it? Lindsay was pushing Luke to ask out Sarah, because she realized that Sarah and Carl had a thing, and at that time she was feeling Carl. She was like, go.
But I don't think Luke knew that Carl did that.
No.
No,
He
that's
would never do
I
that.
don't think he knew, but afterwards, to then keep it a secret, to not mention it. Sarah was the one who actually mentioned it to Carl to say, like, oh, this guy's taking me rock
She
climbing.
screenshotted the text too.
And
That
Sarah,
was shady.
Sarah, I'm like, she knew what she was doing
Shady.
too. And
She
I'm
wants to
like,
be on the show. She's shady.
She wants something.
I don't think she's whatever.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
vibing
I
with
think
her.
that, that's something that obviously we're going to have to watch. But Boys
sure.
Night, it was just super aggressive. It was super aggressive.
Well, because they went in all feeling some type of way about something.
Yeah.
But Carl started it. I mean, every time he got in there, he was like, "Oh, you're a pussy.
How many beers?
How many beers?
How many
have you
beers?
had?
How many beers?"
That's why I think they were all feeling some way, because
Yeah.
Carl has made the house just like super
Toxic.
tense for the
Toxic.
last.
It's a bit toxic.
Yeah,
It's not
however
even
long.
tense, you know?
So it's just like, what's gonna happen? What's he gonna do?
What's up?
this gonna, So you always, it's an eggshell situation, no matter who you are.
It really is. They're taking air out. He's taking air out of the room, and I don't like it.
Definitely taking
It's
out
a
of the
bummer.
room.
Ooh, that's a good way to put that.
Listen.
I liked your eggshell situation.
I like it. But you know what's eggshells? Let's get cracking in these fashion.
Yes, fashion.
Let's talk about that.
Fashion.
Because that's what doesn't ever disappoint us. Trina, let's talk.
All right, so we know who is always leading the fashion trends on the show. It's the ladies. So here we have a really amazing shot of the girls at their slumber party or girls' night. So they put on their jammies. They kept calling them very cute. All of them were wearing some style of like silk jams and just very, very comfortable.
And they're $400. They're Lunia.
Yeah.
It's a brand. So they're $400.
But super chic, very comfortable.
Very
must
chic.
be.
Not to mention glasses of wine. #Wine Wednesday.
Oh,
yes!
Oh, there he is.
That's what we actually need.
For sure, right
Or Fireball.
And then, of course, we have Paige always wearing some sort of puff.
Yeah.
And this time it was pink, and I was down with this one. Sometimes I'm not down for the white.
Yeah.
It's just like a lot of white all the time, a lot of
Like,
summer house.
throw it
Still
all
wore white
in
jeans,
before
though. I was like,
Labor
enough
Day.
with the white jeans.
The white
Yeah.
jeans. White jeans are also very dangerous.
It is, especially the way these girls and these guys be like
running around with
Fireball
no
sense.
everywhere.
Bizarre.
But that's
Super
what the
cute,
fashion
though.
tonight.
Super cute, though.
I was digging. The boys even got dressed up for their boys' night.
Yes.
Not fully
Drake
dressed up.
Bell got in on his fashion things. He said,
Drake Bell.
the little suit and the t-shirt said he
was
loves
looking,
Gucci.
of
Like
course he
everything.
did.
Yes, and Paige signed off on it, and he got a little nervous around Paige. I know she has Perry, but I mean, I know he has a. Does he have a girlfriend or is he single?
I actually don't even know.
I feel like Paige walks in a room and it's like Posh Spice.
Yeah.
You walk into a room and she's got a vibe
got a
about
vibe.
her
She's
that
got
you
a
just kind of
presence.
stop and you're like, who are you though?
What's going on?
And so you don't talk.
Right.
You get kind of nervous because she even made a job about the coffee. She's like, I don't know. Yeah, I brought coffee for him.
Right.
Oh,
and that's probably
like,
why.
oh.
That's probably why.
But that's it for fashion tonight.
That's awesome.
special.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so I mean, we talked about Hannah and Luke, but I think we have so much more to discuss with that. Let's take it away with news, Amir.
I'm so excited about this. So Hannah was on, if you don't know Nikki Glazer, she's like a fabulous comedian. She has a Netflix special. And so she was on her podcast called You Up. And they were talking about, you know, if Hannah's dating anyone and all this stuff. And basically Hannah said, like, this is pretty verbatim. She was like, we are in an, what did she say? She said, oh God, what was it? It was like, it was so specific. I want to get it right. No, it was a consensual, platonic cuddling with no sex. And she said, and then Nikki Glazer followed up and said, who is it with? And she's like, I can't give you any names, but it's a male model hockey player. Does that sound familiar?
Ring.
And when I
I
interviewed
know.
her, she was at Luke's house at 11 o'clock at night. So all I have to say is this is all lining up to seem like there might be something between them. And she also said the reason there is no sex between them, this was on the You Up podcast, she said it's because Luke is not over his ex-girlfriend and doesn't want to get into anything sexual.
Wow.
So that's why it's consensual, you know,
Let's
platonic,
do everything
blah, blah, blah.
else
Yes.
to get you emotionally invested.
Yes.
But
No
seal
P
deal.
and V.
No P.
No and P
No
and
V.
V. So You Up, yes, but for
Yes.
cuddling. So that's where they're at. But you know what? They're a cute couple. They had a cute little date and they were very sweaty and they kissed and I was here for it.
Yeah, she won everything, which I'm here for.
Yes.
Go, girl.
Classic.
Wait, sorry, they didn't kiss. They're gonna kiss next episode. I'm sorry.
Yes,
My
yes,
correction.
yes.
And then the boys, my
Right.
favorite boys, were on Watch What Happens Live last week, and Carl came in super hot, and they actually did a game where Andy Cohen asked them, "What do you name your penis?" And Carl was making a joke about Jordan's and said "soft one," and Andy Cohen was like, "Not a good one for you. That's not good." And Carl seemed drunk. He seemed a little all over the place.
Carl.
And then you know what Luke said? He said, I think he just said like happy little guy or something. And Andy was like, love that. And then, yeah, it was sweet. It was really sweet. And then someone from the audience yelled, is Luke wearing a wig? Because his hair had grown out. And his response was so cute because I don't think, it was a little sad. His response was really cute because I think he hasn't done a lot of live TV. So he was just like, no, it's my hair. Oh, it was really sweet.
Little Midwest buddy.
It was really sweet. And they said that they'd been drinking and they were out with Hannah. And I know Hannah was in the audience. So like, it seems like all of them are on the same page. I don't think Carl and Mr. Luke are having any full issues. I think it's surface.
Okay.
It's surface.
Okay.
Hopefully.
All right. We'll play it out.
But that's all the news I've got.
Yes,
that
thank
spilled
you for
some
that.
tea for
I
y'all.
mean, that was a lot of
was
tea.
good.
It's a lot of tea, a lot of
Great.
fashion. Thank you.
Great.
I mean, let's get into what we think is going to happen next episode then.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So the biggest thing I saw, or
I just saw your notes and it says sex with Jordan. That's all it says.
What does it say?
It just says sex with Jordan. I love it. I love your notes.
Oh yeah, Jordan. What is it?
But I just didn't read the first sentence. I just said sex with Jordan. It gave me a kick.
Okay, that's a prediction.
That's a prediction.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It says Jordan dared to have phone sex with Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, got it. Okay, got it.
What I really think is going to be kind of
Yes, let's hear
sad,
it.
but it's obviously going to happen. Kyle and Amanda. A pillow fight gone wrong. Obviously, we'll see them fight again. And who knows if they'll fight and make up on the same episode. But I think it's just so many issues, so many underlying issues.
Add a business to it.
Add a business to it. Add the summer house and all these other things happening. Like, this is just not working out.
a lot.
It's not working out.
Oh my
And obviously we'll see some more turmoil unfold with that.
I think, you know what, Akilah? I think they need they're hopefully with Loverboy being in Whole Foods, they'll get enough money to get two master bedrooms.
masters.
They need two masters.
2 floors.
2 floors, 2 masters. They are basically just need to come together for some sex and a little conversation and then separate.
Of course.
Because they just are, it's oil and water. And
Yeah.
speaking of oil and water, we have Miss Hubhouse and Carl that are going to be a mess. Why is he inviting this girl? We see on the
Sarah
preview.
is
Don't
coming to
invite
the house.
Sarah.
Do not. Why are you inviting?
Sarah.
She's not even the side chick, but the next chick to the
Yeah.
house where your old chick is like. This is her community.
She's
Yeah.
Messy
This is her
Boots, not
space.
Barry's boot camp. She's Messy Boots. So we need her out.
2 snaps.
And I think my prediction for Paige and Perry is that it's going to be perilous. Yes, I came up with that trademark. It's going to be perilous, and I think she's going to make out with Jules.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my
You
prediction.
think? Okay. All right.
We've
And Jordan will
taken
be
a dive.
watching.
Yeah.
Got it.
And Jordan
He can't perform. Don't be watching. It's okay, no shame. There's sexual fetish for everybody.
Shame. There it is.
I think the entire episode is going to be based on the Sarah situation next week, and and the fight where Kyle throws a pillow at Amanda's feet.
Yes.
At her feet.
Yes.
Everybody.
The feet.
I just think that we're going to be consumed with these 2 things again. We're not going to learn much else.
Trina,
Yes.
speak about an eggshell situation after that. That's
Oh,
going to be
yeah.
eggshell situation.
For everybody, you threw a pillow at my feet.
Come on, grace it. So that's it for today. We had so much fun talking about this episode. For next time and whatever, feel free to follow me on Instagram at Akilah Ffriend. That's AKILAHFFRIEND. 2 F's because I have multiple F's to give.
I have to go after that. My Instagram's Amir Yass, like Yass Queen _, and follow me on TikTok because I'm the new influencer for Loverboy. So it's Amir Yass, no _. Love you all. Mwah.
Yes.
And you can find me at Hey Trina Dong on Twitter and Instagram, and that's about it.
Hey, Trina. Yes. Till next time.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.